Hey guys, you guys made it. This is the best choice you have probably made today. Glad you guys are here. So today I'm just gonna go right in. I'm gonna go right into the details and the juice that you guys been looking for. I promise I will not let you down. All right, today I'm gonna talk about the funnel, talk about how you build that vehicle, your internet business vehicle that's gonna bring you to the end destination of money, financial freedom, time freedom, right? And before I begin, I want to begin with a story. All right. I want to talk about a story about building your pipeline dream. Some of you probably heard of this story, some of you probably haven't. But I want to start with this because it's very important to get this concept down before I begin anything else. So hang in there. Let's watch this very quick story video. And after that, I'll see you guys again and we'll jump right in. Okay, so let's watch this quick video now.
My name is Burke Hedges, author of the best-selling book, The Parable of the Pipeline. I open my book with a story about Pablo and Bruno, who take two very different paths in their quest for financial independence. What you're about to see is the delightful animated story of their adventure. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the life-changing lessons in The Parable of the Pipeline.
Far away, in a small village, near a beautiful valley, lived two friends, Pablo and Bruno. They were both young and dreamed of a better life for themselves. They'd often discuss their dreams about how they would become the most successful men in the village. They weren't afraid of hard work, and they searched for opportunities to help realize their goals and achieve their dreams. One day, an opportunity presented itself. The mayor of the village decided to hire two people to bring water from a spring up on the mountain, across the valley, back down to the village. They were to be paid based on the amount of water delivered to the village. Bruno and Pablo enthusiastically got to work. Every day, from morning till evening, they carried buckets to and from the spring. They worked hard, carrying water to the village. In the evening, they'd return home with their day's wages. Bruno was satisfied with his work and the money he earned. He was sure that with this work he could achieve his dreams. Bruno thought that to increase his wages he could use bigger buckets to bring more water each trip. He believed with a larger income he would soon be able to buy a cow and the house that he dreamed about. Now Pablo was not satisfied. At the end of the day, his back and hands ached, and he was exhausted. He was looking for an easier way to earn more. One day an idea occurred to Pablo. He imagined building a pipeline to deliver the water from the mountain spring to the village. With this pipeline, he could get more water to the village without carrying buckets back and forth from the spring to the village. Soon, he got very excited about his idea and began to plan. Pablo, of course, shared his idea with his friend Bruno and asked him to join with him to work on and help build the pipeline. Bruno thought the idea was crazy. All Bruno could think about was what his money could buy today and how to get it quicker. He felt that building a pipeline would slow him down and delay him in achieving his goals. Instead, Bruno got bigger buckets and went more often back and forth fetching water. He was sure that with this method, he could make more money. Pablo decided to build the pipeline on his own. He understood that it would not be easy to build, and it would take time to complete the pipeline. Pablo knew that it could take several years to finish, but he set his mind on his goal. Every day he worked and carried water like before. But on weekends and during his spare time, he worked hard to dig in the rocky soil and build his pipeline. In the first month, there was little to show for his work. Bruno and the villagers laughed and teased him. They called him Pablo the Pipeline Man. During this time, Bruno's income doubled. He already bought a cow and a bigger house. His lifestyle changed. He now spent time after work in the bar, enjoying his hard-earned wages from delivering water. What Bruno didn't realize was that his body was starting to stoop from carrying the heavy buckets every day. His face looked worn and his body tired. Soon, he began to carry less and less water due to the wear and tear on his body. Month after month, Pablo worked. Soon a year passed, and then a second year. Finally, Pablo finished his pipeline. He now used his pipeline to deliver water to the village instead of carrying buckets. Pablo was now earning more money than ever before. The water continued flowing to the village, while Pablo wasn't working. While he slept and ate, the water flowed. Pablo was happy and proud of his insight, persistence, and hard work. Now his income flowed as long as the water flowed through his pipeline. The story of Bruno and Pablo is a reflection of life. Their jobs symbolize what most people do to earn money. Bruno gets his money using buckets. He goes back and forth, carrying his buckets from the spring to the village in exchange for money. To increase his income, he either has to go more frequently to the spring or to use larger buckets. It's common in real life to increase our income by working harder. For example, working overtime or getting a second job. We also increase the size of our buckets by accepting a higher paying position, which often includes spending more time on the job. Most of us exchange time for money like Bruno. We know that every person has only 24 hours in the day and that it's not possible to use all our time to work. The most difficult time comes when we can no longer exchange time for money due to age, health, or other reasons. Then, our income stops. Now let's review what Pablo did. Very wisely, Pablo did not exchange all of his time for a limited income, but he used some of his time to build a pipeline. He knew that the pipeline would bring ongoing income as long as the water flowed. An ongoing income that multiplied the time he worked each day. Pablo knew that someday, maybe because of age or health, he would no longer be able to exchange his available time for money. Pablo knew that if he could make his idea of a pipeline work, then he only has to do the hard work of building the pipeline. After the pipeline was completed, Pablo was able to monitor and maintain the flow of water to ensure that his income will continue. Pablo has shown us that to earn an income, we don't always have to directly exchange time for money. There really are better ways. How about you? Are you still like Bruno, who directly exchanges time for money? Or do you want to be like Pablo, building and maintaining a pipeline for ongoing income? If you are interested in the idea of building your own pipeline, contact the person who lent you this presentation. You can start building your pipeline today.
All right, so let's go to the slides. So what's the moral of this story? It just comes down to a decision, your decision. It just depends on what person you want to be. So who would you rather be? The guy who works hard, trading time and manual effort? You know, the guy who continually put in the same effort over and over again to reach only the same results? And the more effort you put in, the more time you waste, the more energy exhausted? Or this guy who works smart to build a system that works for him? Like many marketers out there, you want to build a system, and this is what this funnel is about. This is what I'm going to be talking about today. You want to be the guy who builds a smart system because you want to leverage that system to work for you. So today I'm going to give you my battle-tested funnel system you can use so that you could dramatically increase your sales by at least 5 times. List building is supposed to be easy, so don't get me wrong, it's supposed to be easy. This is what a high-level process is supposed to be for list building. It's supposed to have traffic, you drive traffic, and you drive it to your opt-in page. That's it. Your opt-in page collects the email addresses, and then you build your list. That's as easy as it gets. But there are common list building challenges, and perhaps you are probably facing one of these. Perhaps one of the major issues you're having is that you have no money to build the list. This is a very common issue with a lot of people just starting out, or even seasoned veterans who's in the game for a while, but they can't ramp it up to the next level. Perhaps another issue could be that you're relying too much on free methods. I know it's attractive to do SEO, social marketing, because it's free. You don't have to pay anything. But the problem is it's too freaking slow. You're not going to see your results, and you're not going to see your business grow fast enough with these free methods. Lastly, perhaps you're on a personal budget that's limited, right? You have the money, but you only have a limited amount of money. And that's a problem because you don't want to be capped every month with this budget. So how do you solve all this? Well, good thing to tell you is that what I'm about to show you today, the sales funnel that I'm going to show you today, solves all of this. So before I begin, I want to talk about what a proper sales funnel should do. All right, this is my 3I system, and this is based off of Jay Abraham's principles. Jay Abraham's one of the most renowned marketers in the whole world. You can Google him, Jay Abraham, and what he talks about are 3 ways. There are only 3 ways that you can possibly increase sales in any business, whether it's online or offline. There's only 3 avenues where you can increase the number of dollars you're making in your business. And what are they? The first I is increase the number of customers. So what this means is you increase the number of people you're selling to, and that's one way to bump up your sales. The second I is increase the selling price to the customer. So with the same amount of customers, assuming, you're systematically able to increase the selling price by providing new and different products at varying price points. So this is where high-ticket items come into play to increase the number of sales that you're making in your business. The last one is often overlooked by a lot of marketers, and that's good news for you because that's what your competition is doing. So the last one that a proper sales funnel should do is that it should increase the number of transactions with your existing customer. So what this means is your repeat buyers. You know, you have a customer once, but you can have a customer forever. So you want to be able to convert those customers for the long term when they keep coming back to you for more. All right, so this is what your competitor's inefficient funnel looks like. What they usually do is this, and perhaps you might be having such a scenario as well. And I have to admit, when I first started out, this is how my funnel looked like. Usually a lot of people do is you just have a simple opt-in page, you drive traffic to the offer, and that's pretty much it. And the problem with this is you're only doing one out of the three principles for increasing the sales in your business, which is simply you're only increasing the number of customers. In this scenario here, there's no avenue where you can increase the selling price, or there's no avenue to increase the number of transactions for the existing customer. So how do we solve this? Well, this is what I want to teach you guys today, the Lucky Funnel System. If you guys take what I learned here, take what you guys learned here, and implement, I can guarantee you're going to see significant results in your business today. If all you ever do is listen to this, and this is the only takeaway you get out of my whole training, please just pay attention to this, because this is how important this is, all right? So why do I call this the Lucky Funnel System? So the reason why I call it Lucky System is because this has to do with luck. But it's not the same luck that you guys are often relating luck to, like winning the lottery luck. My definition of luck is what Sir John A. Macdonald, who is Canada's first Prime Minister, if you guys are familiar with some of Canadian politics, all right, he stated that being lucky is simply when the opportunity and preparation meet. Meaning to say, as long as you're prepared, and you're prepared for that day when the opportunity comes to pounce on it, that's where luck equates to. All right? So reason why I call it the Lucky System is because we want to be prepared. We want to prepare our business to be able to capture all the opportunities that fly by us and set it in an automatic fashion where it works for us 24/7. Just like the pipe dream that you guys heard in the story earlier. So what does Lucky stand for? So let me begin. You might want to take some notes. All right, the first part is L. So the L is probably one of the most important part of the business in your funnel. Without this, you're not going to have a business. And with it, you're going to have a very, very long and stable business. So what I'm talking about, it's leads. In your business, in your online business, you must have a continual supply of leads refreshing every single day. The moment your leads get cut off, your business dies. It's like your blood. You need the blood to survive. And that's what leads are like. They're the blood flow of your system. So what about the U? So the U is the next part of the equation, and it's very important because this is where you build rapport, and this is what U stands for. U stands for us. Us as in me and you, more specifically, you and your customers. This is very important because it always has to be us, you and your customers, me and you, where we build relationship together, because we need to build that trust and rapport. Especially since these leads haven't heard about you before. You know, you want to be able to catch their attention, gain their trust, and develop this relationship so that they can continue to study what you have to offer and continue to follow your stories so that they will in turn, in the end, will lead to the next step, which is to convert. So after you build your trust and rapport, this is where we want to convert leads to customers. A lead is great, but leads do not mean a paying customer. Once you're able to convert them to be able to take out their wallet and put in their credit card information to buy whatever product service you have, that's when you have converted them into a customer. And that is really key. Because a customer who even buys a dollar offer from you, like an offer that's only costing $1, that type of customer is worth at least 10 times more than a simple lead that did not pay for anything. There's been statistic studies done that's proven that a customer who buys simply because of the habit of taking out their wallet and putting the credit card information by whatever price point it is, they have a tendency to come back and buy some more from you. And this is why they're worth 10 times more than just a lead. So what does the next step is after the convert step? Well, the K represents a fundamental point where a lot of people overlook. And because they overlook this, this is probably a very, very serious thing for their business. They're losing a lot of money. They're putting a lot of money on the table. All right, and this is a good news for you because that's what your competitors are doing. And as long as you know this secret, you got the edge on your competitors. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about keep. So keep means keeping your customers. You want to keep them for the long term. Remember I talked about having customers come back over and over again to buy from you in the long run? This is what keep stands for. So later in this funnel system, I'm going to talk about how you strategize it so that they'll continue coming back for you and how you can keep them for the long term. The last but not least step is the why step. And why is the key step that wraps the whole funnel system up. As you can see, you have your leads that flow in the top of the funnel, and when they drop to the bottom, that's where your money is made. And the why is the thing that keeps the money flowing. And what does that mean? I mean you. All right? You as in yourself, and you as in your customer. You always want to first focus on your customers. Always make it about you. So in this example, you're in my funnel, and I want to make it always about you. You get what I'm saying, right? And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to give value to that person, and you want to make that person feel important. Because by the time they reach this part of the funnel, they're already your customers. And you heard of the saying, right? You have to treat your customers the best. This is what simply it is. You have to treat your customers as if they're the most important people in your life. All right? Okay, I know your family is important, but I mean in your business life. Your customers are really important to you, okay? And in terms of you and in terms of yourself, you always need to be talking about, stories that can help them, inspire your customers, and also at the same time, you always have to think about new things to talk about. So at the same time, for yourself, you have to be improving yourself every single day by, learning new strategies, or implementing new ideas, or brainstorming new things that you can add value to people. So how do I lay all this stuff out? All right, so as you can see, I laid this funnel into 3 color segments. The leads and us is in a green segment, the convert is a blue step, and the keep and the you is a purple segment step. All right, so let's start with the green step. So this section of the funnel, I like to call it the free part of the funnel. So the reason why it's the free part of the funnel is this is where you're giving good information, high value, high content information to your prospect. In return, the goal simply is at this step to get enough trust from them for them to be able to give you their email address. This is what I call the first step, the opt-in page. Usually what you do is in this opt-in page, you offer a free product, and your prospect or lead will look at it and say, hey, that looks kind of cool. And then in return, they'll give you your email address so that they can access this free product or service you might have. But the key thing is you have to make sure this free product that you're giving them is high quality. You want to give them the best first impression. This is kind of like dating, all right? When you're dating someone, you always want to give them the best impression, correct? Just like right now, I want to give you guys the best impression as well by giving you guys high quality content. You guys are in my funnel, all right? Funny, yeah? You guys watch my video, and this is a big example. You're in my funnel. I gotta be frank. But the fact is, I'm showing you everything that I know here without any things hidden behind the scenes. Reason why? Because I want you guys to trust me and to see what I got to prove to you that I have the goods to deliver. All right, so after the opt-in page, you simply then lead your prospects to the next page, which is your value page. And what this value page is simply the page where they'll access the free product or service that you have to offer, whether it be a video series, a free ebook, or free software, whatever. Okay, this is where they'll access that value product for free. Now, after the value page, this is where things start getting really exciting. This is where they'll start going to your actual sales funnel. In this convert step, there are 3 segments of varying degrees in terms of how much money you're making. The first step is just a very low tier offer, which I like to call the foot in the door offer. Usually this type of offer is a high value, high quality product, but priced at only about maybe $7 to $20. So the whole goal of this product is to be able to make a quick sale from your leads so that you can quickly convert them into a customer. And at the same time, it lets your customer, first-time customer, to test the waters out with you. And in a way, this is for you to get the foot in their door. So the reason why you want to do this is because nowadays in the online world, a lot of people are really skeptical. They're really skeptical about, buying things online, especially in this kind of industry where you're buying information. So by offering a lower priced item, it gives them the feeling of having more security for themselves. In other words, you're lowering the risk to your customers. And because you're offering them a really high quality, high value product, and you can deliver that product and they feel good about that product, then you're ready for the next step, which is your core offer. So immediately after your foot in the door offer, this is where you guide your leads or your customers now to your next offer, which is your core offer. And this is usually what people call it the one-time offer step. And this type of product usually sells for about $20 to $97 or even onwards. Nothing more than 200 bucks, I would say. So about $20 to $200. And this is your core product. This is your product that you would want a lot of people to be buying because this is where a lot of your money will be making in the front end. And simply all you got to do is after your foot in the door offer, you just simply guide them to the next part of your funnel, which will lead them to a next sales page, which is this one-time offer you give them to say, hey, look, if you like my initial offer, you're probably going to like this offer, and then just check it out. And usually if your first product, your foot in the door offer was a really good product and your free stuff was really good, chances are your prospect's going to buy a core offer. All right, and then after you have your core offer, the last thing that you can offer is a high ticket offer. And this is what I like to call the back end of your funnel. This is where you can sell your $500 to even up to $5,000 high ticket items, such as coaching, mentoring, anything that you want to offer as a very high ticket thing. So this has to be the best thing you got. It has to be the silver bullet. It has to be something that you can provide to your customer that will in the end solve every single problem your customer has and also be able to help them and make them feel really, really good about their business or whatever they're looking at whether it be a service or a product. So that's what this high ticket offer is about. So I'm not finished yet. Now, after we're done the sales part, it's time for the purple segment. And this is what I like to call the value add segment. So the reason why we have the value add segment is two things. There's two things that happens here. The first one I like to call is a value email follow-up. So what this is basically is you're now following up with your customers and your leads through email, because you have to remember, not every single customer or lead will buy your stuff at the first time they see your stuff. Statistically, it's proven that a lead will require, on average, a lead will require on average to be able to see your stuff 7 times before they make a decision to buy. So this is where you have a value email follow-up, where you're now following up by email by updating them, additional new information, by updating them like a new free thing that you can show them. So for example, if you have a video series, you can update the new video. And the goal of this is so that you can put them back up into the value page in the top end of your funnel, so that they can drop back into your convert part of your funnel. Right? You're trying to basically take all the leads that did not buy from you initially, put them back into the funnel so that they can see your offers again. And if you do this enough, at least 7 times, chances are they're going to make a decision to finally say, yes, okay, I get it now, I want to buy something. All right? So this is really key, because not a lot of people follow up enough. So if you stay tuned with if you stay tuned and look out for your email for tomorrow, I'm going to talk a lot about this email follow-up and how you structure it to get the maximum amount of conversions. All right, so the last thing you got to do also is called the relations email follow-up. So remember, I talked about it's about you, and this is what I mean. You want to continue to treat your customers the best. So after they buy, you want to continue to follow up with them, give them free information, give them updates, entertain them with stories. Just build relationship and create that conversation with your customers. Because the reason is, it's this step that converts your customers into customers that come back for more. And because of that, after you get this down right, there's nothing stopping you from creating another lucky funnel for another product. Then you also create another lucky funnel for another product, and another one, right? Now you have the power. Now you have a list of raging fans that want to buy more things from you. And if you can get the system down correctly, you're going to set yourself up with a very, very stable business that can generate money for you and stability for your family for a really, really long time. I hope you guys are getting this, guys. Hope you are getting this. All right. So let's see how am I increasing the sales in my funnel. So as you can see here in the green part of the segment of this funnel, I'm increasing the number of customers by consistently getting leads into my funnel. That's increasing customers. And because I'm systematically increasing the prices of my offers from a foot in the door offer to a core offer to a high ticket item, I'm able to increase the selling price to the customer. Lastly but not least, because I'm able to create the follow-up and create relationship with my existing customers and continually add value, I'm able to increase the potential for my customers to come back to me and buy more different things from me in the future. And this is what increasing the number of transactions with your existing customers is about. I hope you guys see how powerful this system is now. And like I said, if you really, really paid attention and took notes right now and you apply it starting today, I can really guarantee you, you're going to find success. This is how I do my business, and this is how A lot of the big shots do it, and a lot of the big shots, honestly, don't want to tell you this to this detail. I'm basically telling you everything that I got. So let me just do some simple math comparison so you can see how powerful the Lucky Funnel system is. Okay, here's what your competitor's funnel. So I came up with some numbers. These are hypothetical numbers, but they're on the conservative side. So when you look at these numbers, they're realistic numbers, but they're on the safe side. So let's say, for example, in your competitor's funnel, I call it the shitty funnel, all right? Your competitor's funnel is going to be shitty, right? And that's a good news for you. So let's assume that you drive 1,000 leads to your opt-in page, and your opt-in page converts at 30%, so you're only getting 300 leads to your funnel. And then let's say you offer a $20 offer, and it converts at 5%. So 5% of 300 leads is 15 people. So 15 people buy your $20 offer. So how much sales you made? You made about $300. Okay, so total sales 300. That's all you made. That's what your competitors are doing. As for our lucky funnel, your lucky funnel, let's take the same number of leads. So you drive 1,000 leads to your opt-in page. Again, it converts at 30%, so 300 people join your funnel and become and then they join your list, subscribe to your list. And let's start with the first offer. You have a $20 foot in the door offer. And again, it's 5%. And so 5% of 300, you have 15 people buying a $20 foot in the door offer. So that's $300 you make off the bat. Then let's say the people who buy, they say, yeah, that's kind of cool. I want some more. So let's say only 15% of 300 people buy. So that's 2 out of 300 people that buy. So 2 people out of 300 realistically buy your $97 core offer. So the total sales you made now is 2 times 97, which is $194. Okay, and then let's say, the people who buy the core offer, they decide, yes, I want more because it's really high quality, good stuff, right? And let's be a really, really on the safe side. Let's say only 1 out of 300 people, so that's a 7% conversion rate, buy your $1,000 high ticket offer. So that's $1,000 you made off the bat. So if you total all the sales you made from all your different offers, you made a total about $1,500, $1,494, so that's about $1,500. And what does that mean? If you compare your lucky funnel and your competitor's funnel, your lucky funnels outperform it by at least 5 times. There's at least a 5 times increase in sales. That's how powerful this is, because you're able to increase your sales by the 3 different methods, which is to increase the number of leads, increase the number of customers, increase the selling price to the customer, and increase the number of transactions to existing customers. So hope you're really excited, because I know you've been watching this online, and you're watching this, and you know that with a few simple tweaks to your business in this funnel, you can dramatically increase the sales to your business 5-fold. And if you like this video, then you're probably going to love my List Explosion Blueprint. So what this List Explosion Blueprint is a 6-week intensive coaching program. It's not just a seminar, it's a hands-on coaching program where I guide you every single week live to build your funnel out, to build your list, and at the same time, I will help personally drive leads to your list, to your funnel. And this is a really intensive program because at the end of the 6 weeks, you're going to have a full-fledged funnel that works, and you're also going to have leads already on your list. So the way I like to teach this course is that I go through 4 fundamental things. The first thing is, when I teach you, is you're going to learn how to get quality leads and customers. You're going to learn how to build trust and relationship in your business. In the end, you're going to be able to make a lot of sales. And the foundation of all of this is so that you can build a long-term self-sustaining internet business. And if you do all this, what are the 3 things that you're going to get out of this? The first thing is you're going to give value. You're going to be able to give back to society, add value to other people's lives. You're also going to be able to get paid for your services. That's important, right? But most importantly, it's self-fulfillment. Imagine what will happen when you don't have to travel in the traffic jam, get stuck in that traffic jam to get to your 9-to-5 job. Imagine what will happen when you don't have to, worry about your boss nagging you for the next assignment, pushing you to deliver on something that you don't like to do. Or just imagine telling your kids, if you have young kids, that, hey, look, mommy and daddy, we're going to be able to bring you out today and let's play with you the whole day. And this is what I mean by self-fulfillment. And I believe this is why we're all here. So I would like to let you guys know, though, because of the nature of this coaching program, because I'm doing it live, I have to warn you that it's extremely limited. And the reason why I do this is not a scarcity tactic, but it's because I want to keep the quality high. If I have too many people enroll into this thing, I just can't handle it, and I want to keep the student to teacher ratio low. So if you think this is right for you, I urge you to check this out. Just click on the link below and then find out more to see whether this is a right fit for you. All right, so just check it out and see what you think, and I'm confident that this will help you a lot. All right, so so that's pretty much it. So just stay tuned. Tomorrow there's more. I'm going to be opening up with some additional information in my next training video about follow-up. So please stay tuned for my next email that should be coming in tomorrow.